Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Darren. I hope you're safe and well and having a good Stitch week. So today I'm going to be working on Quaker Turtle. Since I've not worked on it for 2 weeks, I'm been meaning to, so we're going to work on it today. So this is on 18 count Ada, which was dyed by Kelly from Cal Stitches, and we're doing it 1/1 full cross with various silks. I think most of them are from Silks for You. I could be wrong. So I'm going to attempt to try and get this flipper finished today. Attempt being the operative word. So it's Sunday morning at the moment. So it's 8:30 in the morning. I'm trying to get this done before our new lodger turns up. Don't know what time he's coming. All I know is someone's going to help him load up his car and the trailer, or Shane's dad's trailer, around about 8:30. So they should be there any time now. So I don't know what time they're going to be setting off to come down here. So yes, should be fun having a lodger. So his room's practically all ready for him. Obviously his bed will be coming on with him today as well, so because he didn't want a single, we had a queen size bed in that room, he wants a single, so he's bringing his single bed away. I'd rather have a queen size bed, but hey, there we go. Oh, that's just me. Actually, I'd rather have a king size bed, but so yes, so that's the reason from next weekend my videos will be filmed in my craft room stroke office stroke whatever you want to call it room. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do any stitch with meat in there. I haven't got anywhere to anchor my stand onto, so I'll have to try and work that one out. I'm sure I'll fathom it out at some point. I've got a week to do it. So. I forgot to take a picture. Again. Let me just take a picture. I do this every week. That's the reason sometimes you don't get a before picture of certain ones. I'll take 2 pictures. Trigger happy. I don't know how long this stitch with me will be. Will it be normal this one, or it'll be a bit shorter? So work's going okay. The 2 new lads that we've got are doing good. Working out well. They're a good laugh, the 2 guys. So. One of the new guys I was working with, me and the other guy on the split and saw on Friday, because were doing battens, yippee, and they wanted as many getting as they could. Well, the old boss took out one load and he needed them ready for when he come back. So we had to get as many done as we could. So then we got him 6 done by the time he got back, which was good because we already had 4 done. So he took them and disappeared. And then we checked with the new boss. He just said to keep the new guy on there. Oh, we've got to do battens for the rest of Friday, and then we've got to do them all day tomorrow. Yippee. So, yeah, so we've got the new guy working with us until we finish doing the battens, and then we'll go back onto one of the other saws. I think we're going to get Tiger in a minute. He's coming. There he is. Sit down then. Sit down nicely. I don't have to stop the video. So yeah, so as I mentioned with regards to this new role they want me to do, it's not been finalised yet. It was meant to be starting on the 1st of August, which is what, next Friday? A week on Friday. So the new one will come out. I can't even remember what day it was. One of the days last week. And has now added another role to the list. It wants me to now do all the ordering of the stock that we use. So like the spray paints and the strappers and all that lot. So I've now got to do that. He's trying to take as much stuff off his mum, but his mum normally does that. So that she'll retire. Because she don't really do much while she's there. She'll cut the grass every now and then. And all she mainly does is order the bins to be emptied, or she'll order the bins to be emptied. She'll order any stationery and stuff like that, but that's not very often. And like once a week we put his order in for any gloves, strapping and stuff like that. So he wants to make her do as little as possible so that she'll retire. It's a bit bad when your own kids want you to retire, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, so that's what he's trying to do. And then obviously if his mum retires, then it means his dad will retire. So that's the other truck driver, the old boss. That's what he's aiming for. And we had on Friday this strange ute turn up with this great big machine on the back. I was like, okay. So I didn't know any of the management was there, so I went to see him. And apparently he's doing a soil test ready for construction of the new office. So that's meant to be starting. Oh, it's either next month or between August and September is when it's meant to be starting. So we'll see when that starts. So yeah, so that should be fun. What are you doing, Bearbox? He doesn't normally go through my thread, but he's watching it at the moment. Other than that, work's been busy, but not very exciting. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there they both on the same line? Yes, so in that case I've gone in the wrong one. To be a 1. No, I'm in the wrong one again. Eesh. One across. There you go. You can't sleep on my arm while I'm trying to stitch, you daft cat. I've been trying to make an appointment with the doctor to get my ultrasounds done on my shoulders that they sent back. And well, I was going off with my doctors, but the doctor I normally see keeps saying he's got no appointments available at all, so I don't know what's happening there. And the other doctors that were there, it's like no appointments for 12 days. It's like, what? What's going off? Now, I don't know if it's because they're doing works or what. But yeah, I can't get in to see any doctor at the moment. And then I'm due for my skin check. So I thought, alright, well, we'll have a look for skin check appointments as well. So I went to my doctors, and the first one I could get was the 1st of August. So there's another doctors around here as well that do skin checks. So I looked on theirs, and they do skin checks on a Monday, Tuesday and a Friday. Well, I can only do the Friday. So I was like, right, let's have a look at the Fridays. And the latest appointment they ever do is 1:30. I finish work at 1. I don't get back to home till nearly 2 o'clock. Oh, where are we going? So yeah, so I was like, great, I can't even get in to the other doctors. I don't know what's happening around here at the moment. So yeah, all I want to do is make an appointment. So anyway, I've had to book in for the one at my old doctor's, or at my doctor's, with a different doctor I've never had before. So she's a female doctor. So I'm there on the 1st of August. I've got a knot again. Can I pull it through? No. I've got tangled. Tangled big style. Come on. That's the part out. I'll try and sort this knot out. Talk amongst yourselves while I try and sort this out. Oh, got that bit. Yep. Yeah, there we go. Got it. I need to let me thread hang. So yeah, so I've finally got an appointment, but it was longer away than I want, because I don't know if you've noticed when you look on my update videos, I have so it's supposed to be a mole on my cheek. But this mole is getting bigger and bigger. So I only started off, if you watched my Christmas ones, it was only like a little brown mark, and now it's not a little brown mark. So I need to get that checked, possibly removed, because it blocks my eyesight when I'm looking down. All I can see is this mole stuck under my eye. Then I've got another one that's appeared behind the back of my ear, so I need to get that one checked as well. So Shane has to keep going to physio for his foot. I don't know why they keep sending him to physio. Trying to get him to do some exercises so his foot doesn't seize up. But then they're telling him he's got to keep his moon boot on all the time. And I was like, well, how am I meant to do my exercises when I've got a moon boot on when you can't bend your foot? Well, I don't know. So he's got 2 weeks left before he has to go back to the doctors to see if he can go back to work. That's the 1st of August he goes back. Around the, yeah, he signed off until the 1st of August. So, 1st of August he goes back to see if he can go back to work. I'm hoping I'm still in frame. Possibly not. Move it up a little bit. Oh, so I think I mentioned before, Shane's phone was due for renewing. Well, it's due for renewal next month. Well, we did his tax the other week. He got his tax money back. So I went out and bought a new phone, which I'm glad about because I was fed up of hearing about all these different phones. So he's now got a new phone, so that should keep him quiet for a bit. He wants to move on to a different network, but he can't until, I mentioned before, I put to go with him for some reason to get his number ported out. So can't do that until the end of his contract, which is in, I think it's about the 23rd of August or something like that. But he bought just a SIM card, a pay-as-you-go SIM card, just to try the network he was looking at wanting to go to. And apparently it's got a lot better signal than the network we're with. So yeah, so he's only about going to that one. So yeah, so I've got to go with him when it's time to port his number over. In the UK, he didn't have to worry about that. He just needs to get I think it was a PUC number or something like that. I can't remember what it was called now. To transfer your number over. It was so much easier. So yeah, so he's gone for it's called a nothing phone. Yeah, kitty. I'm trying to get undercover. Oh. There you go. You have to sleep right there though, because Tiger's taking up the rest of the cover. Here you go. Okay. Some stuff like that. There you go. Things you have to do with cats. Right there, you in? Okay. So yeah, it's got a nothing phone. It doesn't look too bad actually. Football match, yeah, number 3. So yeah, it's a smartphone, but it's on the cheaper end. It's not an expensive smartphone, so it's not like in the thousands of dollars. And it seems alright. He's not moaned about it yet. It's Android, I think. Yeah, Android. So he's not moaned about it yet, but give him time. Magpies are here. I can wait a minute. I'm assuming it's only the one, which will be the baby. It came about 6 times yesterday. definitely the baby, I can hear it. It's gone quiet. I don't know if it's still there or not. Speaking of birds, I put the shade cloth up on the windows last Sunday, I think it was. And that's stopped the crow from banging on the windows, which is good. Oh, the baby's still here. Can you hear him? You're right at the cat door. Let me know he's here. You can wait until I've done these couple of stitches. You're not going to starve. Or maybe you will. From not having being fed for an hour. I don't mind, he comes running over when he sees me. He gets all excited. Right. I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to feed this magpie. Otherwise, that's all you're going to hear. Right back in a moment. Okay, that's them fed. And baby and one of his parents. Right at the cat door. Surprised Tiger didn't go running to see him. So, like I mentioned last week, my brother was decorating Mum's bedroom, ready for when she goes upstairs. So, he's finished that now. My elder brother's just going to put a shelf up to put her teddies and that up on. I was like, okay. And anyway, they've actually got back to it now with when they're coming to put the stair lift in and do the bathroom. So it's 5 weeks' time, I think my brother said. And they're coming to do it, and they're doing them both at the same time. The stair lift will go in, and they'll be destroying my bathroom. Unless he manages to talk him into doing it in the, as what we call the cubbyhole. Which I mentioned before, it's only a small little spare room. It's like 6 meters by 2 meters or something like that. Big enough for a shower anyway. So whether they decide to put it in there or not, I don't know. So yeah, so they're coming to do that. Finally. So my mum can go back upstairs. So she'll be happy. Where am I going here? Completely the wrong spot. Clearly I cannot talk and stitch at the same time and read a pattern. Oh, all the magpies are here now. We've got 2 sets of magpies. One live to the right of us, one live to the left of us. The one on the left of us has the baby. The one on the right did have a baby when we moved in, but they no longer seem to have the baby. But they always end up fighting. What's that? My my yard is like the last point of each other's territory. So they always end up fighting. Right. Now I need to find. I'm just going to feed these ones. Back in a minute. Okay, we're back again. So it wasn't the magpie that wanted feeding. It was the baby one. It was just up on the fence singing. So obviously he enjoyed his food. This flipper's bigger than I thought he was. I have to get the next page out so I can do this bump part. So yeah, so when I was saying, when I speak to my mum then on later on tonight, she should be happy that the bathroom and stair lift's going in. She should be able to see what she's doing and all now, because she should have got her new glasses on. I think it was Monday she was meant to get new glasses. Well, the brother was going to pick them up. So she'll be happy she'll be able to see again. Apparently she's got cataract started in one of her eyes. She thinks it's her right eye. So, well, they said it's nothing to worry about at the moment. It's only the start of it, so it'll be a while before that gets to a part where anything needs to be done. If I've got enough lost the pin stages. Yes, I do. I stick to the magnet. I'll put my bag there again. Right. I'm gonna go back up to the top and come back down again. Otherwise I'm gonna go wrong. Probably go wrong anyway. Which row are we on? This row. Go in here. Here do we go through the thread just below the hole. Do it all the time. So yeah, as I mentioned on my update video, I had that strapping on from the physio on my shoulder. I've never been in so much pain from having something stuck to my shoulder as I have with that one. Oh, it was horrible. I say, I just thought like the first day or two was just from having physio, and it was just a bit sore. But yes, I say, well, I filmed this with me, I think Sunday last week. I think it was Sunday. And then Sunday afternoon, I was in absolute agony with it. I got Shane to take it off. Just take this plaster off because I can't reach it. I could reach the top bit and the bottom bit, but I couldn't reach enough to grab hold of it to pull it off. Mind you, it took Shane a bit to get it off. I was like, just take it off. It's like, it's sticking. He said, you're probably best off waiting until after you've had your shower. I went, no, it needs to come off now. I said, it's absolutely killing me. I know he took it off and he went, oh, that's red. I look in the mirror, yeah, it was all red and puffy, and it's like, great. I've never had a reaction to any type of plaster or dressing. I did with that one. I say it's still red now, so it's been a week. Well, it's dried out as well, so I've been putting moisturiser on it. Shane has this moisturiser thing, it's called QV, something or other. Because he gets dry, itchy skin. It was mainly in summertime, winter time. So he has that. Because he normally gets it like on his hands and stuff like that, so on his feet. So I've been using some of that to try and moisturise it, get a bit of moisture into it. But yeah, boy, that was sore. And I got the results of my MRI as well. So I haven't seen the specialist yet, but the place that did my MRI sent me access to the portal, so patients can see their own scans and stuff like that, and you can get your report before you see the doctor, so you kind of know what's what. My elbow is stuffed. So another knot. I just dropped me pattern on the floor. Yeah. What's going on here? That's making it worse. That one, there we go. Come here. Got it. All stuck on the tag. So yeah, so from reading the results, I've torn 2 muscles in my arm, not just the one that they thought originally. I've actually torn 2, so one's on the forearm part, so around here. That's the one that originally was done, but apparently I've torn my bicep as well. So that could explain, from looking up online, old Dr. Google, now that could explain the pain in my shoulders, because apparently that's all linked. So that could be something to do with that. Not 100% sure. So yeah, so I've done that. I've got a ganglion in my elbow somewhere. So if you don't know what a ganglion is, it's like a fluid pocket that comes from your joint. So it can get painful. I don't know whereabouts the ganglion is though in my elbow. But yeah, I had one on my wrist years and years ago, and it used to be on this side, and it popped up over here for some reason, and that one got really painful because it was on my joint, so I had that one cut out. So yeah, but normally they used to tell you to smash them with a heavy book to pop them, but yeah, that didn't work for me. That's why I cut it out. And I say I've got edema in my bone marrow, which is fluid in your bone marrow, which is generally from injury, which is well, I don't know how long that's meant to last before that's meant to subside. So yes, I've got that. I've also got some other kind of growth near my ulnar nerve, which is the nerve that runs under your elbow down to your fingers, which is pushing on my ulnar nerve, which is probably why I'm getting the pain from that. I've got thickening of some of my muscles or something due to the trauma. There's about 8 different things that they put on there. I was like, oh my elbow is stuffed. So looking online to see what the things are. Some of it says like just rest. Some of it is ice packs or heat. Some of it is physio. I've been having physio anyway for it. And the surgery. It's like, great. What we're going to be doing now. So I'm either going to be having a lot of physio or surgery or who knows. But yeah, so that elbow is stuffed. All from one person dropping a piece of wood while I was holding onto it. I don't know if that would have caused the ganglion. I think the ganglion would have just come on its own, but then again it could have done. Especially when we're having excess fluid in my marrow. So yeah. So elbow's well and truly stuffed. And then I see the specialist on the 4th of August, so I'll get to the bottom of it and see what's what. I mean, I could have just been reading the results wrong, but how he was reading on there, that's what I've got. The thing when you listen to Dr. Google, you never know what you've got really. But hopefully we'll get sorted soon enough. I shouldn't have really done the bottom row, but never mind. Doing a bit of a jump. Tell you what, I'll do it to here and I'll fill that pipe when I get to it. Strings all tangled. And somehow I've threaded my needle through my floss. Yay, that's how you do it. Okay, no I haven't. The idea was it to stitch with silk. Oh yeah, mine. Not moving. Got it. Oh, I got it? I don't know. Hey, there we go, got it. That should be not an untangle with me today, not a stitch with me. It's probably because I'm using a full strand of silk. Well, a really long strand anyway. Maybe not a full strand, but a really long strand of silk. Should have cut it in half really, but never mind. Sorry about the quietness. I'm going over like 2 pages to work this out. It's the only thing with like the Quaker style ones, you've got big gaps in between them, so then you've got to try and count in between them to make sure you line up right, and guarantee the pattern doesn't always finish on the same page. You go on to the next page. And that makes it a bit more interesting, I suppose. Another knot. Looks like I ain't got that. Yep, got another knot. Oh dear. Come here. I can pull that through and work on it from the front. Might be easier. Yes. So yes, and not with me. Oh, looks like that not staying in there. Looks like you'll be hearing a bit of a pulling as I'm stitching away because I can't get that knot out. I need Lara to come and sort it out. She's good at getting knots out. And I'm fed my needle. Yay. Oops. You can't even see when I'm stitching here. I'm going to make this too out of place doing it. We'll soon find out. Still looks to be alright. finish this bit, so I'm gonna need that a little bit more. Oh, complete. Thank you. I have to cut that knot off. Do me head in. I thought it was closer to being tied in than it is. Never mind. Yeah, what's the vibe? I'm getting there, we're getting there. It's slippery, it's almost done. This big motif part here, and then one more of these little square thingies. One of these. This slippery is done. Unless I've missed some out, but I don't think I have. Oh. I don't think I told you this. No, I haven't told you this part. So, you know I keep telling you that the old boss kept turning the lights off. And said that if I wanted them I had to pay for it, etc. Well, and his son said he wanted to keep the lights on now. Anyway, on... must have been Monday. I think it was Monday. So, we had the lights on. The old boss had been and taken a load somewhere, come back to pick up his next load, come in, turn the lights off. So he turned all of the lights off. Anyway, then the new owner, his son, was speaking to me, and I just mentioned about the lights. I says, "Did you say you wanted the lights keeping on?" I says, "Because I just need to make sure." I says, "Because obviously your dad keeps turning them off." He says, "I don't know why he's obsessed with turning them off." He says, "It costs nothing." He says, "The LEDs," he says, "plus we've got the solar." He says, "So it costs nothing for having the lights on at all." He says, "So," he says, "No," he says, "I want the lights on permanently." He says, "So people stop having injuries." Is that right? So we better tell your dad then. Anyway, finished talking to me, and he went and turned all the lights on in the shed where we work. Anyway, his dad come back. Straight away you could see him looking to see why the lights were on. And he went up to one of the other lads. He says, "So I've been working on that, so?" "Nope." He says, "So why are the lights on then?" He says, "I turned them off." He says, "Yeah." He says, "Your son put them back on." "Yeah, why?" He says, "I don't know. You better go and see your son." So now the lights are on permanently from when I get there in the morning, because I open up. So from when I get there in the morning till when we leave, the lights are on in the shed, and you can tell how much it's killing the old boss, seeing the lights on all the time. Still keeps turning them off in the office. Because I put the lights on in the office in the morning when I get there. And he still turns them ones off. So everyone in the office, downstairs office part, sits in the darkness. It's like you wouldn't think it'd bother him so much because he's no longer the owner, so he has nothing to do with paying any of the bills or anything like that. But he still goes around turning all the lights off. So yes, that's funny. Right, that's that page. finished. Well, apart from filling in this motif and that, but that's that part finished. So yeah, so it's so funny. I love it. You can see the look of disappointment in his face that the lights are still on. I'm going here. 3. Oh, and one of the new lads, he's got his forklift license. He hasn't driven a forklift for a while because where he worked before, they had designated forklift drivers. So anyway, we was like, right, because you've got your fork license, we need you to use the fork for taking out your packs and getting your new packs of wood. I was like, right. So all I said was like, just watch him for the first couple of times just to make sure he's okay. So, right, so mentioned it to one of the other lads who's got the fork license. I said, yeah, we just need to watch him for the first couple of times just to make sure he's okay with the fork and all that lot. Radio. So this other lad, he's like, yeah, you take out the small stuff, get your packs because they're bigger. And the other lads, well, okay. And then I still keeps, like, you can see him now. It's like as soon as he hears someone tying up or whatever like that, he's watching and waiting to get on the fork. It's because he doesn't like doing much work. And Crow's back. Anyway, on Thursday, the lad who I was working with was speaking to Shane's sister, and Shane's sister says, "Is this the new guys? Is his fork truck license just imaginary or what?" Anyway, I had a word with him on Friday. I says, "You know how to drive a fork, don't you?" Yeah. I says, "So why are you not doing anything on the fork?" He says, "I don't get a chance to." He says, "The other lad," he says, "just keeps getting him before we even finish the pack and everything." He says, "I just let him do it." I says, "Right." I says, "Well," I says, "I need you to use the fork." I says, "We can't keep having that other lad stopping to do all your stuff and Shane's sister's stuff." I said, "Oh, can I start tomorrow?" I says, "Tell you what, because it's raining today, because that's why I didn't want to do it. It's raining, I don't want to go out." I said, "Tell you what," I said, "you can start on Monday." I said, "So on Monday," I says, "you need to take out your own packs and get your own packs." I says, "This is how it needs to be done." I says, "Because he needs to stop dilly-dallying, the other bloke, because we need his packs as well." I says, "But he's too busy watching everybody instead of getting on with his work and waiting for them to shout him. He's too busy watching everybody to take the packs out." So I was like, oh, okay. Anyway, Monday is with me anyway, so he won't be using the fork. So when he goes back onto, well, he's working on my old saw. When he goes back onto there on Tuesday, he'll be having to get his own packs. So I'll need to just make it the other lad aware that he's no longer getting their packs. Because that was the whole thing of when we hired him, because he had a fork. It was like, good, because we haven't got that many licensed fork drivers. And they don't want people keep stopping just to take somebody's packs out or to get them a pack if they're capable of doing it themselves. So yeah. So we'll see how that goes down. I'm guessing it'll go down like a lead balloon when the other lad finds out, but tough. Oh, we've almost finished. Yeah. I'll finish this strand off. It'll be a bit longer stitch with me, but never mind. I'm sure you lot don't mind. I've just got another flipper to do eventually when I get down to the bottom. That's 1 and 4. Oh, I started watching Squid Games. It's on season 3 now. I've only just started watching it. Before I wasn't really bothered because it's, what is it, Korean or something like that. And normally when they dub them into English, it annoys me because the mouths don't go with the words. And it really annoys me. It's one of my pet peeves. Anyway. Keep seeing advertisements for the series 3 and stuff like that. So you know what? Let's just watch one and see what it's like. And they've actually dubbed it pretty well. It's actually not that bad. So it's like, okay, I'll watch it. So I've been binge watching Squid Games. I've got 2 episodes left and I'm on the end of season 1. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, actually. So I may end up watching season 2 and season 3. Right, how am I going to do this? I'll just keep going backwards and forwards. Oh yeah, it was a bit slow to get started. I was like, oh, this is taking forever to get into the fun bit. And I was like, don't want to continue watching it or not. Anyway, I decided to stick with it. And yeah, now I'm hooked. But in a minute, I'm going to have to use another piece of thread to finish this off. As I say, I've still got one of these little motifs here to get done. So half expecting to have to be working this weekend. So I've got a lot of wood in. I'm going to say we've got a fair few packs done and I've gone out and I was expecting them to say they wanted us in this weekend to get more work done. But they didn't, which I'm quite surprised at. To say the new owner said that he's got really big orders for this month. So I would have thought he would have wanted everybody in all every weekend, but he's not being bothered about it. You watch next weekend, I'll book an appointment for something for next Saturday, because I need to get my eyes checked. And you can guarantee they want us to work. This is the bottom of this motif. And the bottom of this flipper. I made it towards the end of it. Yeah, I'm going to thread a new strand just to finish this off for a couple of stitches. What a pain, but never mind. I'll do that off camera. I'll finish it off. So it's going to be about 8 stitches. or maybe even 4. We'll see how we go with this last little bit I've got here. I need to get one more stitch on here to make it easier. I'm trailing a big floss across to here. Maybe, might just be able to do it. I have to do it, but I'm not going to be able to pin stitch. There's just not enough floss. Flip through, tie it off, and then I've got 4 stitches to do. So, you know what? Beggar it, we'll do these last 4 stitches with you. We're not going to be using the full length of silk, that's for sure. Alright. Cut that in half. Now then, how good are my counting skills? That's going to be the question. So where are we going? So from here, we are going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go up there, go down through. All this for 4 stitches. Yay! Last stitch done. That's that flipper done. That flipper was bigger than I thought it was. Come off. There we go. There we go. One finished flipper. Finally. So, right, I'm going to end it there then, guys. I'll finish that strand off at the back in a minute. So, again, I don't know how many stitches I've done. I'm going to count them up and tell you in my update video. So that's it from me then, guys. So again, any questions or comments, please feel free to drop those down below. And you can email me. Email address as always is dizzystitch@gmail.com, or I'm on Instagram @dizzystitcher. You can message me on there as well. So until next time, guys, which will be my update video. Take care, stay safe, happy stitching, stay cool if you're in the hot climate at the moment, or stay warm if you're in the cold climate. So until next time, guys, bye bye for now.